Stop! Don't buy that chicken. You're about to waste your money. Most chickens sit under heat lamps for 6 hours. 6 hours! That chicken is basically jerky when you buy it. I bought chickens from 8 major stores. I used a thermometer. I took photos. I did taste tests. What I found will shock you. The most expensive chicken was the worst. The cheapest was incredible. 5 stores are scamming you. 3 stores will blow your mind. Keep watching. Your wallet will thank me. You just saw me stop you from a huge mistake. But let me ask you something. How many times have you bought a rotisserie chicken? You brought it home excited for dinner. Then you took that first bite and felt disappointed? Here's what nobody tells you. Americans buy 900 million rotisserie chickens every year. That's almost 3 chickens for every person. We spend over $4 billion on these birds. But here's the problem. Most people think they're all the same. You grab whatever's closest to the door. You think price equals quality. You're wrong. I was just like you 2 weeks ago. I'd walk into any store, grab any chicken, hope for the best. Then I got fed up with dry, flavorless dinners. So I did something crazy. I spent $200 of my own money. I tested chickens from 8 major chains: Walmart, Target, Costco, Kroger, Safeway, Whole Foods, Fresh Market, and Giant. I used thermometers. I got taste panels. I took photos and detailed notes. In the next 15 minutes, you'll know which chickens to skip. You'll find the 3 worth your money. This could save you hundreds per year. More importantly, you'll never have disappointing dinner again. But first, let me show you how deep this scam goes. What I found will make you mad. You think you're getting a deal when you buy rotisserie chicken. The truth? Most grocery stores are playing a dirty game, and you're the victim. Here's why these matters to your wallet and health. Bad chicken doesn't just taste awful. It wastes your money. It ruins family dinners. It can even make you sick. When you understand this scam, you'll never fall for it again. Most grocery stores treat chickens like fast food. They focus on speed, not quality. They cook chickens at high heat to rush things. Then they let them sit under heat lamps for 4 to 6 hours. 4 to 6 hours. Think about that. Your chicken is dying a slow death under those lights. I tested a Walmart chicken that sat for 5 hours. The inside temperature was 160 degrees. That's 20 degrees too hot for safe eating. The meat was so dry it crumbled when I touched it. But it looked perfect under those pretty yellow lights. Last month, I bought a beautiful golden chicken from a major chain. I won't name them yet. I paid $8.99 for it, more than twice what Costco charges. I got home excited for dinner with my family. We cut into it and it was like sawdust. My kids refused to eat it. I threw away $6 worth of meat. That's when I decided to investigate. These heat lamps work like a tanning bed. They make the chicken look golden and pretty. But just like a tanning bed damages your skin, these lamps destroy the meat inside. The longer it sits, the worse it gets. Here's exactly how they trick you. They use cheap saltwater injections to add weight and fake flavor. They pump chickens full of salt water and fake seasonings. This makes them heavier, so you pay more. It also hides the poor quality underneath. But here's what shocked me about timing. The most expensive chicken I tested was also the worst. A $12.99 premium chicken from an upscale chain. It had been sitting for 7 hours. 7 hours! You're not buying food, you're buying expensive pet food. But here's what shocked me about timing. The freshest chicken wasn't where you'd expect. Expensive doesn't mean better. The priciest chicken I tested was the worst. Price has nothing to do with quality. Before I reveal the worst stores, you need to know what makes good chicken. Once you learn these 4 simple signs, you'll never buy bad chicken again. What if I told you 4 simple signs separate great chicken from garbage, and most people ignore all 4? This knowledge will save you money every week. More importantly, it'll save you from bad dinners. When you know what to look for, you become a smart shopper. You stop falling for store tricks. You start getting real value. There are 4 signs of quality chicken. Master these 4 signs and you'll never buy bad chicken again. First, temperature. Good chicken should still be above 140 degrees inside. Not burning hot, but warm. This means it's fresh. It hasn't been sitting under lights all day dying. Here's how you check without looking weird. Hold your hand 6 inches above the chicken. You should feel gentle warmth, not blazing heat, not coolness, gentle warmth. Second, the skin test. Good chicken skin should crack slightly when you press it gently. Bad chicken skin feels rubbery or soft. It's like the difference between a crispy chip and a stale one. Third, check the juices in the container. Clear juices mean fresh chicken. Cloudy or thick juices mean it's been sitting too long. The chicken is cooking itself in its own steam. Fourth, ignore the golden color. This will blow your mind. The most golden chickens are often the most overcooked. They look pretty under the lights, but looks lie. I tested this with Costco versus a fancy grocery chain. The Costco chicken looked pale and simple. The fancy store chicken was deep golden brown. Gorgeous. The Costco chicken was juicy and flavorful. The golden one was dry and tasteless. Color lies. Think of it like a suntan. A light tan might be healthy. A deep dark tan means damage. Same with chicken skin. Want to know Costco's secret? Costco uses a totally different method than most stores. They soak their chickens in seasoned salt water for 24 hours before cooking. This means the seasoning goes all the way through, not just on the surface. They also cook at lower heat for longer. This keeps the meat moist. Most other stores inject seasoning right before cooking, then they blast it with high heat to cook fast. The result? Fake flavor on the outside, bland, dry meat inside. Here's what changed everything for me. The best before time means nothing. Freshness isn't about what time the chicken was made. It's about how they prepared it and how long it's been sitting under heat. One store's chicken had a secret ingredient that changes everything. But first, let me show you the 5 chickens that will ruin your dinner. The best before time means nothing. Freshness is about method, not clock time. Now let me show you the 5 chickens you should never buy. These stores are basically stealing your money. I'm about to name names. 5 major stores serving you overpriced, disappointing chicken. You probably shop at 3 of these stores. These 5 stores will waste your money and ruin your dinner. Some charge twice what they should. Others serve chicken so dry it's basically jerky. One store's chicken made my taste panel gag. I'm not kidding. I bought chickens from each store on the same day, same time. I tested them using the 4 signs I just taught you. I measured temperatures. I photographed everything. I had 5 people taste each chicken blind. Let's start with Walmart. Their chicken cost $4.98. Sounds reasonable, right? Wrong. Here's why you should skip it. The meat is always dry. They use fake flavoring that tastes like chemicals. Worse, their chickens sit under heat lamps longer than any other store, up to 8 hours. I tested 3 Walmart chickens over 2 weeks. All 3 were below 140 degrees inside. The skin was rubbery. The juices were cloudy and thick. One chicken was so dry, pieces fell off when I lifted it. My neighbor bought a Walmart chicken last month. She said it looked perfect, golden brown, good size. But when she carved it at home, the breast meat was gray inside. Gray! That's what happens when chicken sits too long. Number 2, Kroger. Their chicken costs $5.99. Here's the problem. The quality changes every time. Sometimes it's decent. Usually it's way too salty. They use so much salt you can't taste the actual chicken. I tested a Kroger chicken with 920 milligrams of salt per serving. That's almost half your daily limit in just 3 ounces. It was so salty I couldn't taste anything else. Number 3 is Safeway. They charge $7.99 for their chicken. $7.99. That's 60% more than Costco charges for better chicken. You're paying fancy prices for ordinary results. Let me break down the math. Safeway's chicken weighs about 2.5 pounds. That's $3.20 per pound. Costco's chicken weighs 3 pounds and costs $4.99. That's $1.66 per pound. You're paying almost twice as much at Safeway for smaller, worse chicken. Number 4. Target. Their chicken costs $5.99. The problem isn't just quality, it's size. Their chickens are tiny, usually under 2 pounds. The seasoning is bland, just salt and pepper, nothing special. Target's chicken is like buying a small, expensive coffee when you could get large, better coffee for less somewhere else. Number 5. Giant food stores. Their chicken costs $6.99. This was the worst chicken I tested. The texture was mushy, like it had been steamed instead of roasted. One taste panel member actually spit it out. She said it had a chemical aftertaste. I cut open the giant chicken and photographed the inside. The meat looked gray and wet, not the white, slightly pink color you want. The skin peeled off in rubbery sheets. It was disgusting. I took photos of all 5 bad chickens next to good ones. The difference was shocking. The bad chickens looked sad, shrunken, dry. The good ones look plump and juicy. The photos don't lie. Here's what'll make you mad. I calculated the actual cost per bite of real meat. Not per pound, per bite of real meat. Bad chickens have more bone, skin, and waste. When you do the math, these 5 chickens cost between $4.50 and $6.20 per bite of real meat. The good chickens cost between $2.10 and $3.80 per bite. You're paying almost double for worse food. But wait until you see what happened when I tested the organic ones. The results will surprise you. The most golden chicken is often the most overcooked. Color lies. Don't trust pretty looks. The most expensive chicken was also the smallest and worst quality. High price doesn't mean high value. Enough bad news. Let me show you the 3 chickens that actually deliver. These stores will change your dinner game forever. What if I told you the best rotisserie chicken in America costs less than $5? And it's been the same price for 15 years? These 3 chickens will save you money and give you restaurant-quality meals at home. They're consistent, they're flavorful, they're actually worth your hard-earned dollars. Once you try them, you'll never go back. Let's start with the champion. Costco Rotisserie Chicken, $4.99. The price hasn't changed since 2009, 15 years. While everything else got more expensive, Costco kept this price the same. Here's why Costco's chicken is incredible. They lose money on every single chicken. It's called a loss leader. They sell it cheap to get you in the store, but they don't cut corners on quality. Costco soaks their chickens in seasoned salt water for 24 hours before cooking. This process makes the seasoning go deep into the meat, not just on the surface. The result? Flavor in every single bite. They cook at lower heat for longer periods. This keeps the meat moist. They also have the highest turnover of any store. Fresh chickens come out every 30 minutes during busy times. I tested 5 Costco chickens over 3 weeks. All 5 scored perfect on my temperature test. The meat was always juicy. The skin was crispy. The flavor was incredible. My taste panel ranked it number 1 every single time. Number 2 is Whole Foods. Their chicken costs $7.99. That sounds expensive after talking about Costco, but here's why it's worth it. They use organic, free-range chickens. No drugs, no fake ingredients. The chickens are bigger and healthier to start with. Their seasoning blend is perfect. Not too salty like Kroger, not bland like Target, just right. They use real herbs and spices, no fake flavoring. Whole Foods cooks smaller batches throughout the day. This means fresher chicken more often. They also train their staff to remove chickens after 3 hours max, not 6 or 8 hours like other stores. I bought a Whole Foods chicken at 6 p.m. on a busy Friday. It had been out for only 45 minutes. The temperature was perfect. The meat was incredibly tender, worth every penny of the $7.99. Number 3 is Fresh Market. Their chicken costs $8.99. the highest price of my winners, but the quality justifies the cost. They use locally sourced chickens when possible. The meat has better texture and flavor because the chickens are fresher to start with. Their cooking method is different. They use rotisserie ovens, not regular ovens. This gives the skin better texture, crispier outside, juicier inside. Fresh Market has the strictest time limits. Chickens get pulled after 2 hours. 2 hours! Most stores leave them out for 4 to 8 hours. I tested Fresh Market against another fancy grocery chain that charges the same price. The Fresh Market chicken was clearly better. Juicier meat, better seasoning, more flavor. The other chain's chicken was dry and oversalted. Here are numbers that'll blow your mind. Costco sells 100 million rotisserie chickens per year. That's almost 1 chicken for every 3 Americans. They're clearly doing something right. The cheapest option is actually the highest quality. Costco loses money on every chicken they sell. This proves that price doesn't equal quality. Sometimes the best value is also the best product. Here's the insider trick that guarantees you get the freshest chicken from any of these 3 stores. The cheapest option is actually the highest quality. Costco loses money on every chicken, proving price doesn't equal value. Before you head to the store, there's one more thing you must know. These pro tips will guarantee you never get bad chicken again. I'm about to share insider secrets that grocery store employees don't want you to know. These tips will guarantee you always get the freshest chicken. Getting the timing right means the difference between amazing dinner and disappointment. It's also the difference between safe food and potential food poisoning. These tips could literally protect your health. Here's secret number 1, the 2 p.m. rule. Most grocery stores cook their first batch around 10 a.m. By 2 p.m., that batch is getting old. But the second batch is usually ready around 2 p.m. This is your sweet spot. Stores want fresh chickens for the dinner rush, so they time the second batch for afternoon shoppers. You get chicken that's been out for minutes, not hours. Shop between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. for the freshest chickens. Avoid shopping after 7 p.m. unless you see them pulling fresh ones from the oven. Secret number 2, the hand test I mentioned earlier. Hold your hand 6 inches above the chicken. You should feel gentle warmth, not blazing heat, not coolness. Gentle warmth means fresh. Last week I tested this at 3 different stores. At Costco, the chicken felt perfectly warm. At another store, it felt cool. Guess which one tasted better? The warm Costco chicken was juicy and flavorful. The cool one was dry and bland. Secret number 3, how to store your chicken at home. Put it in the fridge immediately. Don't leave it sitting on the counter. Even good chicken goes bad fast at room temperature. If you need to reheat, use the oven at 325 degrees for 10 minutes. Don't use the microwave. Microwaves make the skin rubbery and dry out the meat. Secret number 4, ask the deli employee when the next batch comes out. Most employees will tell you. If you have 15 minutes to kill, wait for the fresh batch. It's worth it. Say this exactly. When do you expect the next chickens to be ready? Don't ask when this batch was made. Ask about the next batch. You'll get better information. Here's something that'll surprise you. Buying cold chicken is actually better than buying hot chicken. Cold means it's been properly cooled and is safer to eat. Hot chicken might have been sitting under heat lamps too long. Properly cooled chicken means the store follows food safety rules. They're not just keeping it warm to sell old food. They're actually managing temperature properly. Buying cold chicken is actually better. It means it's been properly cooled and is safer to eat. Hot doesn't always mean fresh. This final tip alone will save you from food poisoning, and it's something 90% of people get wrong. Never buy chicken that's been sitting in its own juices for hours. Those cloudy, thick juices are bacteria breeding grounds. Clear juices only. Let me wrap this up with your action plan. Everything you need to know in 30 seconds. All right, here's your complete action plan. Save this video, put it on your phone, never forget it. Skip these 5 stores for rotisserie chicken: Walmart, Kroger, Safeway, Target, and Giant. They're overpriced, low quality, or both. you'll just waste your money. Choose these 3 winners. Costco for best value, Whole Foods for organic quality, Fresh Market for premium experience. You can't go wrong with any of these. Shop between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. for freshest chickens. Use the hand test. Feel for gentle warmth. Ask employees when the next batch comes out. This knowledge will save you hundreds per year. Better yet, you'll actually enjoy your dinners again. No more dry, disappointing chicken. Now I want to hear from you. Comment below and tell me, which chicken surprised you the most? Were you shocked by Costco being the best value? Or that expensive doesn't mean better? If this video saved you from another dry dinner disaster, smash that like button. It helps other people avoid the same mistakes you've been making. If you want more money-saving food tests like this, hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. I test products so you don't waste money on bad ones. Speaking of testing, next week I'm doing the same deep dive on frozen pizzas. I bought 12 different brands, tested them all. You won't believe what I found in the premium brands versus the cheap ones. The results will shock you. Your taste buds will thank you. Your wallet will thank you. Your family will thank you for finally bringing home chicken that doesn't suck. Your mission starts today. Go get chicken that doesn't suck.